completely free. It's a nice shiny purple or, I guess, blue button, depending on the tint of your monitor. If you click that, we'd greatly appreciate it. But we are going to go live. Asim, do you want to go ahead and do the roster rundown real quick?
Absolutely. On CT side for Vivacity, you have worst player on ESEA, Dynamo, the Turtle, Fade, and No One. On T side for Xeno, Nato, Citizen FX, WT Fender, Pross, and Max.
Alright, so obviously Xeno's starting now on T side. That kind of switched up, didn't it? They chose T side, so that kind of shaped our predictions a little bit. Yeah, going uphill to start. We'll see how this will pan out for them. Is they're going to go, obviously, straight out, flashes, smokes, probably even a decoy just for the heck of it. But they're going to be working outside by the looks of it. All of them, in fact. No one going inside. CT defense looks like you got two outside, one mini garage waiting for them, as we'll go ahead and kind of move about here to their outside push. Dynamo's actually going to be coming up secret, waiting for them to pass over Red Car. He's going to run into Citizen FX here. As soon as he peeks the corner, he does, sees him. One kill already, Max gets him. Dynamo was not able to take down Citizen as he will fall. Now 3-on-5 as they work outside. No One and Worst both getting kills. NATO answering back for Xeno as they're inside, and it's going to be a 3-on-1. The Turtle last alive, and as you can see here in heaven with the P250 finding one, takes down Fender, but still two standing as they'll drop lower to plant, I would assume. Actually, bomb's down, excuse me. Looks like it's down on the vent. But actually, the Turtle, while watching, does get picked. He had very low HP, so Xeno will go to win the pistol round. What an amazing job by them to start the T side of Nuke on a positive note, which will guarantee them at least a couple rounds here to start it off.
Yeah, they came out strong. They delayed it a little bit, got some smokes down, and just absolutely took over outside in pretty much a blink of an eye. Got to mini, got to upper, and just completely took over upper just as quickly as they took outside, and that secured them the round. And like I said, they were home team. They could have taken CT side first, the easier side, but they must have a lot of confidence in their T side choosing that first. And I think that may be a factor of they want, however much they get down on T side, they have a downward battle on their CT side.
Agreed, some action outside. Fender jumped off Twinkie down to mini garage roof, and the CTs are just kind of pushing every which way, trying to get a foothold on this save round. But Xeno sent 4 outside, 1 waiting back towards T-spawn. Pross finds Fade in secret. No one's going to be waiting Raptors, though, for them to push through with that CT 5-7, finding 1, but not 2. Citizen will answer back and get the kill, leaving again the Turtle. And he'll find 1. Nato will drop, and Squeaky Holly's going to try and get the gun. Citizen is going to wait for him as they're going to spam through. But with the 1-on-3, they did drop 2 for the eco, but the bomb is ticking away. And Max will peek and finish it up, getting the kill and the round 2-0.
Just a good round by Xenu, only losing 2 guns and not allowing the Turtle to save that Galil. So good anti-eco by them, and they're going to just try to do it once more time, get a 3rd round, and then go into that first gun round of the half.
And we actually have oh so random for you posting in chat that the side choice apparently is determined by the higher seed, or I assume maybe the lower seed, and not, well, no, higher seed would make sense, and not the home or away listed. So if that is true, which I'm not doubting you, that would make much more sense. So sorry we didn't catch that initially. But the CT's again saving worst player, and no one. CC75's in hand. The rest of them really just pistol of choice. Dynamo has done this many a times, drops vents and goes secret, but he's actually going to work towards lower this time. And NATO's still sitting back in waiting room with the AK waiting for the push. So this 4-1 split has worked very well for Xeno in the past, and once again they're going to go with the same process, but this time going through mini garage full. They're going to have 3 CTs waiting for them. Fade finds 1, almost 2, but Citizen will get the kill. NATO finds worst player in Hut, and here comes the rotation from the Vivacity as no one will jump heaven, along with the Turtle who gets blasted as soon as he comes up off the ladder, and a nade will finish off no one. Last alive is Dynamo, and he is positioned, looks like towards radio room, wrapping around. Looks like he's playing the Turtle this round, as this is where we found him last time. Almost deja vu here. But in a 4-on-1, he's going to look for exit kills, see what he can pull off. Nato waiting for him and gets the kill. Dynamo was unable to finish him off. So Xeno with a 3-0 run.
I like the CT setup, just playing bomb sites. They stack the upper, but it's just the overpowering of the Terrace AKs. He's able to take him down, only losing a few guns. And now we go into our first full gun round. The worst player on ESEA, however, does have the Swag 7, so it's going to be interesting to see how he decides to use that. No ops on the board. Full rifles besides that Swag 7. And xeno's showing that they have a pretty decent setup with that outside take, but they're just going to go into a default inner take right here.
Yep, as they'll work inside fast. Worst player with the Mag 7 doesn't manage to get one. Two are going to drop for Vivacity. Fade, though, doing a good job holding his own in inner before Citizen can finally answer back. NATO finds one by Mini Garage, checks radio, great shot, takes down the Turtle. So they completely eliminated the rotation in nearly 5 seconds to win the round, and that's going to put Vivacity again on the save. This is not the start they wanted.
Yes, xeno showing that they can do the anti-eco properly. If they can do it once more, they'll be up 5-0, which is going to be huge. Vivacity had a decent hold. They threw a Molly Squeaky to slow down the Squeaky Rush, but there are just too many guns and too few of players' faces on the upper and the AKs. You know, xeno hasn't missed too many shots. They're taking advantage of every mistake that Vivacity is showing.
So on the save again, xeno playing passive, waiting to see exactly what Vivacity is wanting to do on the save. As you can see, pretty much CZ7 door. Nice job to open him up, but as he turned in to get the gun, Fender finds him from Mini Garage as they're going to walk into the upper side right now. 3 people are going to be in hut waiting for them. Fender and Max both get an additional kill. Dynamo's waiting underneath vents towards Secret as he's probably going to try and rotate out Mini and get a kill. The Turtle is still standing, however, with an AK. Waiting in the upper side, finds Fender. Fender knocks him down to 17, and he'll fall back after throwing a nade. And probably try and save that AK as his teammate's going to set up for exit kills as well outside Mini. So, xeno going to be going up with another round. Granted, obviously, Vivacity was saving, but they were only able to eliminate one. So, xeno did an excellent job here to capture this round. It'll be a 5-0 lead going into the 6th.
This is a huge buffer from them, with 10 rounds going to be remaining in the half on Dynamo. That's crucial right there. Dropping 3 guns, maybe a 4th right here. Will drop a 4th. That's going to hurt the economy. Don't get the round, but dropping every single gun of xeno is going to be very crucial to not let xeno build up too much in economy and get, if they so choose, an op in hand. And that's going to help out a lot of Vivacity. Needs to start getting some rounds here. Can't really say what they're doing wrong because they've just had to eco 3 times so far this half. So this is a crucial gun round for them, though. They need to pick up. Dynamo does have the op. Needs to use that very properly, maybe going outside with it. But if xeno gets this round, it looks like Vivacity may have to save again, and that could be a 7-0 scoreline. So
they know xeno is pushing outside consistently every round and just splitting the map, working picks. Dynamo's going to be waiting patiently for them outside, but they're going to throw smokes over. Those smokes, as they've been updated, just have quite a bit more coverage. It's going to put Dynamo in an awkward position to try and hold it. The worst player getting 2 kills. Fade actually picked one up as well. They both get 2 kills apiece, and no one's going to be up in rafters waiting for Citizen to peek hut, and will get that kill as well. So Vivacity finding themselves on the board 1-5.
that's exactly what they need to do. Don't allow xeno to get entries and get into the bomb site. Just shut them down immediately. And like you said, they knew that they were going to be going outside. They work outside constantly, especially when those smokes are thrown. So having 2 guys mini, 1 guy in the big garage, and 1 guy sitting in the rafters for that last straggler that comes out the hut is completely shutting them down, which is going to force xeno on their first eco. And it looks like Banis may be rushing something hard.
And thank you, Mega Man. Best of luck to you as well, buddy. As he's moving over to stream some 1.6. We've got, in this instance, xeno saving for the first time. Citizen actually with a nice little sawed off there. Bit of flare. They're doing obviously not their typical round. They're positioning themselves in waiting room, waiting, believe it or not, for a push of some kind from Vivacity, but they're not going to get it. As they're holding their ground, doing a good job. This is one of the things you see from teams that just aren't really consistent, or maybe don't have the best, we'll just call it experience, is they get overeager and they'll push, and it would allow xeno to get some guns and some hardware, but Vivacity does an excellent job of waiting back and letting them to run right into their crosshairs, and in doing so, get the round in great fashion, 2-5.
Absolutely, that's great discipline by Vivacity coming in and just holding their spots, making xeno push, not giving them any guns to, kind of have that gun advantage and equipment value advantage. So just great play by Vivacity as they are now on the board 2 rounds in a row, trying to make it 3. They need to come out with at least probably 7 more rounds for this half, so they need to be playing almost perfect, almost flawless CT setup for the rest of the half.
And as we've shared, obviously both teams on the bye. Dynamo with an op once again, as he's yet to lose it. Dynamo's still working outside. Looks like they've got one on Twinkie, but he's going to drop back off. They may work inner or try and split ramp and have a few delay Squeaky Hole if they want to go lower. But Bomb is still waiting. Outside here comes some smoke, some flashes. Wow, and just artillery worth of smokes as they go outside, but they're actually going to use it as a fake. Though, good job by Vivacity as they'll throw an incendiary into Hut, expecting a fake of some sort or at least a split. But here comes Xeno straight out from Hut into the crossfire. Fender finding one, no one getting one, 2 kills before Max gets him. Fade will take down Citizen, and back and forth they go. The last one's going to be NATO. He was outside, so they did a 4-1 split. He's the last one standing, 3 alive for Vivacity, and he's getting spammed from Secret. The Turtle was the one that found him. He kind of pokes at him a bit, gets him down to 74 HP. The Turtle's going to drop back, but he's still stuck out by Red with an AK. Obviously, he's got 2800, but he'd love to hold on to that thing, but even more so win the round, but he does not have time to do it. I think he's going to just try and go for the save here, but there's going to be a bit of a meet-up there in Secret, and he will not come out on the top side of it. The Turtle gets him, Vivacity finds another round, and Xeno's now only up 2.
I actually had some technical difficulty on that round, so I didn't see the bulk of it. What happened? Did they just rush out upper from the fake outside?
Yeah, they threw a bunch of smoke grenades from the back after about a 10 to 20 second delay in the round, and then once they bloomed, they proceeded to rush inner and only send one outside lurking. And they got wiped inner, and it just kind of left the last member of Xeno just stuck outside, which was NATO, and he was in a 1-on-3 and just lost it trying to save his gun towards Secret.
And looking at where the CTs are set up when I did come back, that's just showing, once again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, great discipline, not over-rotating, not getting too anxious, just playing their spots and trusting their teammates to hold their spot and trusting themselves to hold their own.
Worst player throws a John Elway, literally, grenade, goes into waiting room, takes down Citizen, it's 4-on-5, Xeno's obviously on the save, so nice little preemptive strike there from Vivacity. Assuming they're going to go waiting room on the save, the Turtles positioned nicely in ramp room waiting for the push. Keep in mind, Bomb is on Fender, so unless that changes, you'll know when it's dropped. And Worst is going to be sitting in Hut waiting for them. He nearly got 3, but he'll only get 1, and it's going to be up to Fade. What a nice job by Fade. A great flick shot on Pross, and no one will finish it up on Fender to end it. So now, I believe that's, what, a 4-0 run for Vivacity here, or close to it.
It is indeed a 4-0 run. And once again, a great upper hold coming in from Vivacity. The T's getting that quick trade in Hut, which you thought you could use their advantage, but Fade and no one, just completely shutting them down as soon as they were able to exit the Hut. And what I'd like to see Xeno do is going back to their fast-paced strats. They were doing it when they had the anti-ecos. They did it the first gun round, and that's what's been working. When they play this passive setup and let Vivacity get set up, that's when they've been getting shut down when they try to finally execute.
And though we're in the 9th round, I know people will debate if KD truly matters, but Fade is sitting at a lovely 13-5 right now. This dude is not missing. But as you can see, Xeno going back to what was working, that 4-1 split. Fender is going to be by Red waiting for that flame to be put out. They did smoke out Big Garage. Worst is still playing in Mini. They've done a good job of holding off that push if they're trying to obtain entryway into the upper bomb site. And NATO's watching radio room for the flank upper. But some action. Fade getting 2 kills outside. Excellent job by him as he took down Pross. No one will find Citizen. NATO tries to go ramp, does not succeed. The Turtle takes him out, and it's going to leave just Max, who was Secret and wasn't there for very long, as Fade will get him as well. Fade now sitting at 16-5. The nearest to him is no one. That's kind of funny. No_1 if we want to make it more of a player's name, sitting at 9-6.
We've seen a complete turnaround from both teams. Xeno being a complete powerhouse at the beginning of the match. And now Vivacity is not giving them anything, only losing a few guns each round. Not really too many close rounds in these last 5 for Xeno. So it's a complete turnaround for Vivacity. I figure like they've found their footing, and hopefully to hold on to that and get, maybe if they could, they'd be very ecstatic to get these last 5 rounds. But I think 4 should do fine for them.
And if you haven't noticed, the Turtle's actually sitting at 200 ping for some reason. That's going to be a bit of a concern to him. Dynamo, though, going to work. 2 big kills early on. Keep in mind, Xeno's obviously on the buy, as stated. Now sitting 3 in waiting room with bomb. Citizen trying to get a pick ramp. He's dropped down to 70. 1 minute still to go in the round. Fade spamming away. Why not? He's been hitting every other shot. At the very least there, he killed Squeaky Door. But here they come out ramp room. No one's waiting for them. One teammate spamming through the garage door there into ramp. It did get the Citizen down to 63. So here's the predicament. They did take ramp room, but the CT simply rotated down to lower, and worst players now cutting off their retreat and waiting room. So great job from Vivacity. What an amazing setup here. They're not giving them any entryway, and they're positioned perfectly for a good crossfire. I mean, this is stuff that you practice, but you hope you can use, when it's live, and they did just that. Back and forth they go. The Turtle finds one. Citizen answers back for Xeno. Fade will take Citizen, and Pross will get a kill, now making it 1-on-2. Trying to plant the bomb lower. Pross does get it down, and he's down to 20 HP in the smoke, trying to find his footing outside of it. He got lost, as did I, but worst player did find him through the mist and will get the defuse. And Vivacity on a 6-0 run, showing why this map is so CT-sided at times, but also showing that discipline and adaptability that you need to be a postseason team.
Xeno finally gets something going for them in the round. They take ramp, but Vivacity just countered that by giving the ramp, essentially, because that's not a bomb site. They don't need to cover that. They can drop down, play lower, wait for them to make a push towards any bomb site, and then just completely hold it off and retake it. But it is a good job by Pross getting that bomb down, so not only do they have the round bonus from losing 6 in a row, they're also going to have bomb money, so now they can come out with full nades, full armor, and full AKs.
So they have 2 inside, 3 waiting out, throwing smokes and flashes. They've done this strat before, where they would just immediately rush HUD, but it seems like they're more edging towards ramp room at this point. Ramp room, in the 12th round. And Op actually it sounded like was in the back of ramp. That's the Turtle holding that down. NATO's watching the flank outside for Xeno as they're still kind of hanging out in the lobby. 1 minute to go, still plenty of time here for Xeno to try and turn this around and get another round to at least make it 6-9, which, what I'm assuming is going to be the first half score, considering Vivacity doing such an excellent job on the defensive here in the first half. There comes the flash and a smoke. They're going to go into upper. Max finds a kill. Fade answers back. Gets 2. Why not? Can he get 3? He's holding it by himself. Dynamo will find 1, but Pross gets 2 big kills, but it's going to be 1-on-2. Citizen now finding 1. Rafters, last alive's Turtle with an op waiting for him, so it's 1-on-1. Citizen has the bomb. He's walking. I don't think he saw him. Maybe he did. He just threw a grenade into his shoe. So he knows exactly where the Turtle is. He's going to go for a safe plant behind and wait for the Turtle to try and poke out here. He's going to go pistol, and Turtle with a nice job. Patient move. Doesn't even take a chance. Pulls out the P2000 to end it, and they'll get yet another round in this 7-round spree, going up 2.
That's heartbreaking for Xeno, losing that round once again. They get it down to a 1v2 situation, but unable to capitalize as they've now lost their 7th round straight. Once again, like I'm saying, they keep going with these passive setups. When they won their first 4 rounds, it was just rush after rush, or first 5 rounds, it was just rush and rush again. So maybe the strat caller will mix it up and call that here. But Vivacity, when they're able to get set up, they're showing why they're up 7-5 with dominant rounds and dominant holds.
And guys, just as a quick reminder, if you have us full screen in chat, you can see that if you really like what we're trying to do here at GoRGN TV and you want to support us further than a follow, feel free to subscribe. The proceeds go to improving the content we bring to you, the community, and the $4.99 actually allows you to play with pros, so you get free lessons by pros, you get to know us, the casters, and obviously the last reason, exclusive content. Well, and finally, our sincere gratitude. Can't forget that. We definitely appreciate your support. Back to the action, however, Fender working some in ramp room. Still a minute left, all 5 up for both teams. Xeno needs this. I'm sure they'd love to finish it out with at least 6 or 7 rounds going on to the CT side. Now, I'm aware how CT-sided Nuke is. 5 rounds is not something to be ashamed about. I've seen teams only get 2 and come back and win it on the T side of Nuke. But either way, postseason, you want to have the best footing possible going into the second half. And I'm sure Xeno had a larger number in their minds than 5. Flash is coming out. They're trying to take the upper bomb side. Nice job by no one. Coming from heaven with a quick rotate to slow them down, and wow, Fender came right up heaven, and worst player will get the last 2 kills to end it. So again, Vivacity doing what they do best, holding the upper bomb site, and giving Xeno another round to think about in terms of what direction to take here.
Vivacity coming in so polished. They're even doing the little things right. You saw at some point, one of their upper players, don't know if it was Fade or no one, just broke the windows above the upper bomb site. So if the T's decided that they wanted to do the skylight flashes, it wouldn't be as effective because the flashes wouldn't hit the window and explode high. They'd explode a lot lower. And then just counter flashes. As soon as the T's flashes came out, they just countered them perfectly and got all the T's blind. As this is just an eco round ramp rush for Xeno.
Yep, the Turtle did a good job spamming away and dropped down, but Max will put an end to him. NATO waiting for the heaven flank. Gets it, gets the pick, maybe two. Wow, what a job. Getting not one, but two. No one and worst player will fall. Fade comes from window room lower, taking down Max. It's going to be 2-on-3. And here comes the effort from Xeno to get this round. They desperately need it. Still plenty standing for Xeno here to hold this off as the bomb's ticking away. Fade doing all they can, and his teammate Dynamo doing all they can to try and secure this. Dynamo finds the side defense there on the door. It's just going to leave this ramp split. They go for the fake. Here's the peek. Dynamo finding one. NATO getting the second. And another. NATO with 4 kills on that eco round to get it. And what a nice job for them to turn this around and yet find another round in the first half, 6-8.
Who would have thought Xeno struggling, losing 8 rounds in a row? What do they need to do to fix it? Eco. And a large part in that coming in with Nato's 4K as he catches 2 on the flank and then the remaining 2 on the bomb and the cover. So great job by Natu. Get that 6th round, and if they can get this 7th right here, they will be sitting pretty going into the next half.
I'd like to thank Weed Mafia for following the channel. We appreciate it. We got a nice little technical modifier that allows us to see that when you do click the blue button. And Xeno with a great take in her, getting Defender and Prost both getting kills. They're going to smoke out and nade the living hell out of heaven. As no one was like, I'm not having anything to do with that, and immediately exited outside on the catwalk. Citizen finds one, Max finds another. It's going to leave just Dynamo. He could finish this with an ace, getting 1, 2, 3. Holy crap, that was close. He got 3 quick kills, a hat trick, but it wasn't going to be enough. But Vivacity will go into the second half, leading 8-7 against Xeno.
My game actually crashed. I'll get back in here in a second.
Mine did too. It's a ritual with CSGO. You celebrate the first half by having to reboot the game.
Are you back into the server?
Yeah, I'm near it. And I'm in. Is this live right now?
I'm not sure. I'm retrieving game data.
I think it's live. We'll try and get the video feed up. Until then, we're going to have to treat this like radio. Flashes inside. Vivacity's trying to work in, or they get 3 kills. Fender answers back, getting 2 of his own. It's going to be 2-on-3 in favor of Vivacity in the upper bomb side. Last alive is going to be Pross coming through Hut to try and eliminate the plant. Finding the plant was waiting for him. He'll get 1, but not 2. Fade got the last kill in upper side on Pross, who was still in Hut door. So Vivacity will get the pistol round. So they'll go 1-1 on pistols between the two teams here to start the second half.
If I didn't have to worry about reconnecting to the server after the first half, I would have been saying Vivacity was coming into one of the most important rounds of the match for them, because if they do lose that pistol, they could very realistically be dropped 10-8 while they're on the T-side nuke. That is crucial for them to pick up that round, hopefully get these 2 anti-ecos to move up 11-7, and then only need 5 more to win this, knock Xeno out of playoffs, and move on.
And it's currently 9-7 in favor of Vivacity, if anyone was confused on the score here. Dynamo outside finds Fender as Xeno's on the save. They're going to be taking bomb outside through Secret. Now Xeno's rotating. They're going to be waiting for them lower. And I'll try and do my best to describe what's about to happen, because it's going to be madness. No one finding Pross on Stairwell. Dynamo finding one by Vince. No one finding yet another on Natu. And it's going to be interesting to see how Max can try and pull this one out, as he's going to walk backwards to a window. No one wrapped right around him. And not a single player from Vivacity Esports gets dropped on the eco. Awesome. Alright. Glad to see that our video's back up, too.
Another key thing for Vivacity, not losing any of their Galils that round, boosting up their economy, going into this next few rounds. And just press tab. Look at Fade. He's 21-9 right now. He's absolutely doing a great job for his team, being a huge key player for them.
Agreed. And our audience is recommending we have X-ray on. I don't drone if you can check on that. Make sure that setting's enabled. Excellent. All right, so Xeno again saving. And Bomb going outside, but we've got two from Xeno. Look like they're going to try and push up Secret. They're going to come right out from underneath. Fade, though, he's definitely been on the quick draw waiting for this push. Here it comes. He's going to find one. No one gets a kill. Fender tries to fall back. Citizen waiting for them. 2 big kills. Oh, my God. That was well done. As both No One and the Turtle will fall. Fade answers back, takes down Citizen. It's going to be 3-on-3. Pross finds one. Waiting in sight, Wurst trying to go through HUD. It's going to leave the last for Vivacity being Fade and Dynamo as they are positioned underneath Secret. They do have Bomb, and Fade's going to come back up. And Dynamo's pushing towards Hell to try and work his way into the upper bomb site. Fade sitting Big Garage. He's not quite sure on the rest of the team's position other than knowing that Pross is sitting in the upper bomb site somewhere around the heaven portion of that bomb site, so we'll see how they'll try and progress in here. I don't know if they're going to go ramp to lower or if they're going to try and go up heaven. It would appear they're going to try and go ramp to lower. Or maybe
Now going into our first gun round, as even though Vivacity loses that round, it looks like they're still going to be able to buy their full AKs, full armor that they need. They haven't bought yet, but here comes the buy. But now they need 6 gun rounds on T-side nuke, which is a difficult task. And they better have some great strats, some great teamwork coming into these next few rounds if they're going to want to win this one.
it's definitely going to be action-packed because I've seen players on both these teams just hitting nasty shots, combinations, 1, 2, 3 kills that happen in what seems like 1.5 seconds. Fender's waiting outside. He's going to find one, takes down Wurst, who is sitting back by T-boxes. He'll get dropped. The Turtle spamming rafters. So Vivacity just kind of still hanging back. We've seen this a lot with just when they're trying to sink smoke grenades, flashes. They still kind of split outside. It's just they either do a 4-1 out with 4 outside or they put 4 inside. Natsu finds one, Pross finds another for Xeno. Dynamo answers back, Natsu gets Dynamo, and it's just back and forth with these guys. Bomb was down Mini Garage, the last alive was Turtle, and he won't live beyond Squeaky Hall as he gets dropped to end it. So Xeno finding another one, nearly tied up now, 9-10.
Both these teams are showing why this map is so CT-sided. T's try to push with, good rushes. I'm seeing flashes and nades coming out, and they're pushing from a lot of angles, but there's just too many angles the CTs can be shooting you from when they come out. There's too many spots to check, and the CT's doing a great job of mowing the terrace down, and Vivacity going on an eco here, which could tie up the score if Xenu holds on to the round.
Vivacity sitting in lobby or waiting room, Bomb there as well. Waiting for the push. You've noticed that both teams on the CT side have done a great job of just holding their ground, waiting for the offensive to literally run into their crosshair, and that's what's about to happen here as they're setting up smokes and flashes. I would assume no one was waiting for that smoke to disappear, but he's going to try and go out anyway. They set up smokes to try and gain entry into this side. They're actually going to drop vents and get a plant lower, but one came up right behind. He wasn't able to dodge it. He tried. No one was shaking around like Neo, but wasn't able to pull it off and get the plant. And Natsu and Citizen and Pross will both get a kill apiece to end it. Fade did find Natsu, though, before that round concluded. So it's all tied now, 10-10, 21st round. Asim, if you're Vivacity, what do you have to do to try and get those 6 rounds that are so desperately needed?
Work quickly and get outside control. Once you have the outside control, you can split upper, you can take lower, just so many different things you can do. And showing from Xenu, their upper hold is going to be very difficult to just run out and take. So you just got to basically find what works and continue hitting it, mixing it up here and there, because obviously Xenu will be the team to start counter-stratting if they lose too many rounds here in a row. But I don't think this passive play that we're seeing now and the splitting up is going to do too much for them.
Heard bombs towards radio. They only have one outside. That's no one waiting for the push. So I would assume they're going to be splitting ramp or upper bomb site here momentarily. But there's still plenty of time. They could easily adjust that. They've only got one waiting in ramp room. It looks like the other three for xeno is committed to the upper bomb site unless they want to drop vents, so they should be able to get in through ramp room. If they got that pick, it would be even better because it would prevent the rotation to lower. But that didn't happen. Citizen already got underneath. He was waiting for him. He gets the peek on Dynamo. The Turtle's going to drop down, try and get the pick for a trade. He will not get it. Citizen with another kill before Fade can finally take him out. Fade not missing anything, it seems. He's still trying to come out vents. Fender missed the op shot. He's going to go for number 2 try here. And Fender will now kind of just step back, breathe a bit. He got knocked down to 35. Now nothing. No one flanks him from back vents. Worst comes around, takes down Natu. So Vivacity with great map control here, leaving Pross alone in vents. Max along with him. Sorry, I guess that would mean he's not exactly alone. But Pross is going to be going back vents towards the stairwell. No one takes him out, leaving just Max, who came out like a madman. 2 in front of him, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Can he get both? No. It's going to still be 1-on-1. No one waiting in window room to his right. Here comes Max up the stairwell. And it will not be enough. Max will fall. No one gets the kill. Vivacity gets the round, 11-10.
Very smart play by no one, just falling back window, holding the angle, making who was at Pross come and peek him. Very smart play, because if they lost that 1v3, that would have been very devastating for them, going down 11-10. But instead, they go up 11-10, have the score in their favor, but they still need 5 more rounds on the T-side nuke. Not an easy battle.
Definitely not, and I'm seeing now that intermediate, I have not seen 250 people, nearly 250, watching an intermediate match. That's great. I'm glad you guys are here with us. But yeah, 22nd round, Vivacity feeling really great, I would assume, about that last round, and they're going to be doing something very similar to Radio Room, bomb included, 1 outside watching the flank, and they're going to be working inner. Xeno buying, obviously Fender's got a FAMAS, but they still wanted to have as much hardware and utility as possible to try and hold off the offensive of Vivacity. As Natu actually already rotated from heaven to ramp, he's going to go back, I would assume, and watch for the outside push, which is not really happening. They're smoking and flashing. Vivacity, that is, going outside. But we've got Citizen finding action in ramp room 3, in fact, coming out there. And Natu with a nice rotate gets a kill before Fade answers back. Fancy that, Fade getting a headshot. I've only seen about 2,000 of those thus far this matchup, as he's currently sitting at 25-13. With plenty of rounds to go. Max waiting for the upper push, though I don't think he's going to get it. Bomb is currently with the Turtle, as he's posted underneath heaven. So they're kind of trying to make a decision here. They've got 2 outside, 1 secret. There's still 4 standing for Xeno. Do they try and force lower and have the 2 rotate through secret, or do they go heaven? Looks like they made the call for me. Here they come straight up. They find one underneath. Frost got away for a little bit there, but they finally looked down and found him. So they're going to get 2 kills quickly, gain access into the site, leaving Fender and Citizen to fend for themselves and try and retake this site against 4 of Vivacity. Fade is sitting in heaven, sitting now at 10 HP. He could easily get walled down if he tries to peek again. Worst players working mini garage aggressive as they're holding the site. Fender's just to his right there. And Fender's actually trying to backtrack now and save, but he looks like Fender will get the jump on him. He'll get the kill. He's knocked down to 24 now, however. But Citizen is going to be waiting back of lobby for exit kills, so they will be saving their guns this round. Definitely a smart move, as they're not in the best financial position. But it's still going to put them down now 2. Only 4 to go here for Vivacity to get the big win and continue on in the postseason.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vivacity continuously hitting this ramp. It's very hard for Xeno to hold, as they do only play 1 there, with 1 on a quick rotate to that J Hall. But Vivacity, they've done it twice in a row, picked up 2 big rounds as they push ramp. But hopefully they have the knowledge to know that most of Xeno is going to be on an eco, and they can play passive, wait for a random push, and then find out where the guns aren't and go in that direction.
Worst player waiting for the push, finding Fender, who actually went up ladder from lobby as they are on a partial save. Citizen now the only one still holding decent hardware for Xeno, as he's waiting for the ramp push. Bombs outside, though, along with 2 others. 1 Twinkie now looks like 1 more will add to that group, leaving just 1 inside. So they will be working secret or mini garage here as time progresses, as Dynamo's sitting on top of mini. They're clearing big garage, checking their angles, making sure they're not going to get thrown into a crossfire here, as Dynamo's going to jump over mini and progress towards upper. Fade does find 1. Natu will drop. They win secret. 1 is sitting in vents. I believe that was Pross waiting for them. So here they come down to lower, and it's going to give Citizen an opportunity to flank radio. Dynamo finds worst player on the catwalk in lobby. They'll get the pick. Bombs with the turtle as they're going to go into lower and try and get this plant. Max waiting for them. Gets nailed as soon as he opened up the vent from the turtle as they'll try and get the plant now as Fade will cover ramp. But it still leaves Pross and Citizen alive. The Citizen does still have an M4, but considering only Citizen has a kit, they will be saving as they're both going to exit to T-spawn, and that's going to give Vivacity now a 3-round lead, 13-10.
Not much to say for that round. It's Vivacity playing smart, playing the anti-eco very properly, and just winning the round, getting another much-needed round as they're now closing in on that 16th round that they need. They will be at 13. The scoreline will be 13-10 in favor of Vivacity. As here comes, that's Dynamo running right past both counter-terrorists. Unable to find them, so they are going to save and get some crucial hardware going into this next round.
And I just want to say hi to Frag Your Ass, one of our recent subscribers. What's going on, buddy? Nice to see you back. And again, guys, thank you for those that have hit the follow button during your stay here. We appreciate it. But yeah, we've got a gun round now. With Xeno's setup here, would you change anything? Do you still feel that they're playing it right? They're just not hitting the shots when they count?
I think they need to start favoring ramp a little bit more. They've held upper and I think kind of scared Vivacity away from that upper bomb site. I don't think they need to continuously play 3 there. Vivacity has much confidence going to this outside and ramp, so I think they need to favor those positions and put a few more bodies there to hold them off when they do decide to hit it.
Wise words. It is interesting, though, how they split. I mean, teams, especially with the smoke grenade fear, you can throw 3 smokes outside that, you know, assuming they land in the right spots, and it definitely causes a rotation just for the security of the guy outside to allow rotation. But they will throw the same smokes. They've sent at least 2 outside, but they've got, I believe, 3 working towards ramp room. And Citizen still behind headshot box, finding Fade there, but he didn't get the pick. They know his location. He will find 1, but not 2, as he was hoping. Dynamo and No One both finding kills themselves. It's going to make it a 3-on-3. Bomb is with Fade, as he's going down lower ramp here to plant as they clear the site. Max has found Dynamo. No one answers back on Max. Now 2-on-2. This is going to be one of those close rounds, just like 3 rounds ago in this same location. So Fade's going to need a plan here. He's got 20 seconds, but they don't really know the defensive position or rotation of the CT side. They will get the bomb down. They're clearing vents, spamming away. Fade will get picked from Pross, and Natu gets the kill on No One. So Xeno with a nice retake. Plenty of time to defuse. I mean, they could even hang out and have a nice cup of coffee before they decide to do that, with as early as it is in the round. But it will go to Xeno. They'll finally get one, and it'll be 11-13.
Definitely an important round for Xeno, because if I was looking at their economy, if they had lost that, they would have been down 14-10, and they would have had to force a bye. But now after winning that round, they're going to be sitting on a pretty comfortable economy, at least for this round. And, you know, still more breathing room as they've only allowed 13 rounds. And they themselves are only 5 rounds away from winning this, so they just need to realize what they did that round, keep doing the same thing, and then just hopefully pull out these last 5 rounds.
Agreed. Well, Xeno's making that deficit smaller and smaller. Both 5 for both teams still standing early on, 1:23 to go in the round. Spamming away Dynamo and Hut, trying to get through into the site. Didn't really connect with anybody. But again, we see that 2 outside, bomb going to be dropped. They're just either working picks, or they're going to wait to throw those smokes outside and then make the decision if they're going to rush out or try and split upper bomb site or rush ramp. It seems to be their 3 go-tos, and they've been pretty consistent about it. It just kind of comes down to what Xeno's trying to predict and how they decide to rotate accordingly. Fender, though, with a nice position outside behind Tire and Big Garage, waiting for this push. He's going to find him. There they go. Fender will find 1 from Big Garage. Pross finds 1 coming out of Hut. That was Dynamo. And Max will find Fade in the upper bomb site. So it's going to leave just worst player. And he was Mini Garage. And I say was because Pross takes him down. And Xeno, in great fashion, secures the 25th round. Now only down 1.
Vivacity, after losing a few rounds in a row, trying to go back and just go back to what was working. But Xeno expected that and is able to have their setup in perfect position and take them down 1 by 1 as they try to flood into the A-bomb site. And I would like to thank Blue Panda and Clam Hat Fiesta for following. We appreciate the support.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And K Miha, another one. We're getting a lot of followers here, so thank you very much, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the match as we do see Vivacity on an eco to the full rifle setup of xeno.
I don't know why I haven't been seeing our producer Drone's messages. I keep missing these follows, so I'm sorry. They should be prompting on the stream, guys, for all to see. We definitely want to recognize your support, both on air and off, so we appreciate it. But Vivacity on the save, working outside, believe it or not. They're going to run right in Defender, who's pushed up red card to the left, and no one just takes him right on out. Didn't even think twice about it. So they will get a gun and a kill, obviously, to receive said gun and then work lower. The Turtle's going to wait outside and lurk behind Mini as they're going to progress down to the bottom bomb site. Natu's going to have to rotate from ramp here. I think they should have seen a majority of them float lower through Secret, but they're still trying to hold off ramp. And wow, Xeno with 4 kills in a matter of about 2 seconds. The last alive is the Turtle, and he tried to drop vents and immediately was taken out by Max. So it's tied up again, 13-13.
Although Vivacity was on an eco, that was great composure by xeno. Even though they lost at outside bomb site, or not outside bomb site, outside very quickly, just have the composure to hold the vents, wait for the T's to make their push to lower bomb site, and then just completely bulldoze over them. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Vivacity go back towards that ramp. The ramp split they've been doing a few rounds that got them up to 13. But they have dropped 3 in a row, correct?
Correct. They were up 13-10. Xeno's picked up 3 in a row now. Vivacity obviously on the buy. Bomb with the Turtle. Love that name. I don't know why, but I do. But we've got Xeno doing what's been working. Just holding their spots, making calls when they need to. I mean, it goes down to the fundamentals of just team play in CS, but they've done an excellent job. Natu seems to be the floater or rotator from heaven to ramp, as he's kind of fluctuated between that and going outside to post up in front of, from a distance towards Mini. But Citizen, though, getting aggressive, tries to take a few down in ramp and fails. Dynamo picks him off. Worst player finds Fender in Big Garage, and that's going to create 2 huge gaping holes for Xeno to have to deal with here, as both ramp room and outside have been just cut wide open. Pross is going to sit heaven and wait for the push, but he's not going to get it. Here comes Dynamo throwing a great nade right on Max's dome, dropping him down to 47, and he'll finish him off to give them entry into the bottom bomb site. Natu coming through vents. He's going to have one drop right next to him, but he's going to fall out, fortunately. It's going to give him a little bit of time as they try and figure out where he's going to be going, but he's going to be cut off between both no one and Worst Player. Worst Player, though, finds Natu, but he gets taken down. Pross gets a kill on Dynamo and Ramp Room, so it's 2-on-3. This is doable, but it won't be easy for Natu as he's going to be coming around vents. His teammate's still working in a ramp. Natu gets dropped from Fade. Fade nearly cleaned up, but the Turtle actually got the kill on Pross to end it. And so it's now going to be 14-13 in favor of Vivacity. And wow, 313 viewers now, guys. Thanks a lot for showing up. And the Turtle's ping is not high any longer. It has not been for, I believe, nearly the entire duration of the second half.
We had just been complimenting xeno about their discipline and not pushing up, not giving Vivacity any entries. We only see Citizen FX push up ramp, peek a little too early, and Fender doing the same thing outside, which gave Vivacity 2 huge picks and, as you said, 2 gaping holes in the defense of xeno, which allowed them to take the lower bomb site with ease and hold on to it, as well as it was a 5v3 situation.
Citizen looks to be doing something similar in ramp room as he'll throw an aid, but this time looks like he'll fall back and try and they'll go back to more than likely was their setup defense rotation, as if they push ramp, drop down, Natu waits for the push, tries to cut him off. They don't want to force the issue here, obviously being down 1 round even when it's 13-14. That's so close to the end of it. They don't want to make any more mistakes, and Vivacity called them on those mistakes last round, so they don't want to duplicate them. Bomb is with Worst Player at the moment, so we'll wait to see which direction they want to go. Looks like they're going to go Secret to lower by the looks of it. Max already sitting down lower, waiting for them to push. And thank you, Arch F, for following our channel. We appreciate it, buddy. They're going to push ramp room. Dynamo starts the round off with 2 big kills. Not one. Takes down Citizen, but gets Natu on the rotation as well. Right in front of CT area of ramp room. So that was 2 huge kills for Vivacity. As now Max is going to have to do all he can to hold lower by himself. He did not succeed. Got 1, but no more. The Turtle and no one will find kills themselves for Vivacity, leaving it only up to Fender, who's gotten op in heaven, and I don't think he's going to be trying to go down and Rambo this himself. He's going to try and save it, and they're going to have to go for the tie and buy all they can next round.
This is definitely a safe situation for Fender. Just got to go for the tie, but looking in Vivacity's favor, they only need 1 round. They have 2 rounds to win 1 more. And they have won, I believe, 2 straight. So this could be, they just keep doing what's been working. Keep taking that ramp. With Dynamo hopefully able to duplicate his 2 amazing shots he had that last round. Then they could be looking like they could be the ones to move on and knock Xeno out of the playoffs.
Agreed. Fender with a nice shot there on the exit kill, but he's just going to try and save the op, as stated. Janoom1337 and Jeff, thank you both for following our channel. We appreciate it, guys. Welcome to the GoRGN TV family. But this is getting interesting. Vivacity secured tie. I mean, at the very least, they're going to be looking at overtime. Xeno buying all they can. Citizen's got an op. Max has the M4 armor, but not much utility. Looks like that's going to go in Process hands. And Fender buying anything and everything he can here. The op, I think, did he drop that to Citizen, I assume? And Fender's going to push up outside?
He did.
Okay, just making sure I caught that. But again, the default strat, the bomb actually towards outside this time. Fender's kind of watching the back of his teammate towards tank. Natu's the one pushed up, waiting for the push outside. Max is playing floor inner. And now he'll drop vents and maybe go secret, but they're still waiting outside. They haven't pushed. Natu getting over aggressive. Not necessarily a bad thing, but he didn't get a pick with it. Now he's going to have to try and fall back. They do get a kill, though. He was expecting it. Finds worst player peeking on the Twinkie, or Tankard, whichever one you want to go with there. Gets the kill, making it 5-on-4. Citizen dropped lower with the op. Great job. Cuts off that bomb site. Takes down Dynamo, and that's going to cause Fade to rotate back up ramp. And Nizak's Hammer, thank you for following our channel. But now it's going to be 3-on-5, 40 seconds to go, and Bomb is currently with the Turtle, who's sitting lobby. They've got time, but it looks like they're going to try and rush ramp. I don't know if they're going to go lower or upper. That's really just comes down to their move here. Fade finds Pross, evening it, well, now 4-on-3, close to evening it out, excuse me, with now 20 seconds to go. So they're going to have to make a move. Fade sitting there by Heaven. Looks like they're going to drop lower and try and get the plan off. Here comes the flash, the smoke, and their entrance into the lower site, though. Citizen's going to be waiting for them. Finds Fade. He's still posted down there, and Fender's waiting from them from behind. They throw the flashbang. No one finds the kill on Max. Here comes Natu from around, takes one out. No one goes down, and he'll get the Turtle. And Xeno is still alive in this one, 14-15.
I love what Citizen FX did that round. They know that Vivacity has been taking ramp flawlessly every round they win. So he's just going to say, you know what? I'm just going to let you guys have ramp. I'm going to drop back with my op lower, hide behind the huge tank there, and just make you guys, when you come down, do all you can to get around my op, which they did not seem to do that round, as he was able to take out 2, I believe, and have a quick rotate from his teammates to just come out and finish them off. So a great round for Xeno, as this is going to determine if the match will be over or if we'll have overtime.
And if we do go into OT, I'm going to have to brush up on my ESEA rules for overtime, no joke. But Vivacity sticking to the bare bones of their strat setup here. Bomb going outside. 3 looks like they're going to be peeking on the ground level. 1 being boosted onto Twinkie. The other one coming up close behind. So it looks like they will be dancing outside, trying to cut off Fender's defense. Natu going to be going catwalk outside. Here come the flashes, the smokes, and the 5-man army literally running outside. Fades on mini roof, waiting for the peak as he's covering the distance around. Natu, though, does find no one. That's going to make it 5-on-4, keeping Xeno alive here. Fade answers back on him. Now 4-on-4 as Fade's pushed up towards the red box and CT side. Fender watching Secret. They're going to clash. Fender finds one before Worst can get him down. So 1-1 exchange in Secret. 3-on-3. Fade's dropped down to 34 HP. Keep that in mind. Definitely the MVP of their team thus far. Dropped a 30 bomb, 30-17. So he's definitely done his job. But can the team as a whole come up on this one and win it? Or are we going to be going to OT? Fade with another kill. Why not? Takes down Citizen. Now 3-on-2. Such a close game. With 30 seconds left, Pross is having to defend upper by himself. And it's going to leave Max alone lower waiting for the turtle to peek him. 24 seconds left. Bomb is with Worst as they're going to go ahead and smoke down lower. Max turned away at the wrong time, and Turtle flanks him, and Pross will not be able to hold them off. So 16-14 will be the total in this one, as Vivacity will walk away with the win.